Well, hello there. My name is Kellen. It's a beautiful, almost spring day, and I am currently at this moment spilling with gratitude to have caught your attention. Even if it's only for a few short moments that we'll spend together, I'm excited to get to talk to you today. I'm going to be talking today about the top 5 types of car groups out there. But before stepping onto the controversial ground that we'll be walking on today, I want to discuss a little bit what a car group is. I remember first getting into cars and feeling that initial excitement about them and wanting to share with other people. Obviously, it makes sense to want to do that. If I had to guess, car crews and the car group stuff probably originated from having sponsors and stuff like that back in the day. And because of that, a lot of these groups will offer you some of their merchandise at a somewhat discounted rate, if you're a part of their organization at least, which we'll discuss a little bit later about why they do that stuff. It's cool. It's cool to belong to a group with a lot of like-minded people doing what you're doing. Everyone, at every walk in life, longs to belong to something at some point for some reason. If your main focus is cars, of course you're going to want to be in a car group. I'm sure I saw these when I was younger, and I saw cars sponsored by like Summit Racing and whatever, and I thought that was really cool, but I do remember the first time actually seeing it. It was on Kevin, or Killionaire's car, that FRS he had for a long time, and he had Battle Gang and Camber Gang on there. I didn't know what it was, I didn't know what it meant, but it looked cool, his car looked cool, and I wanted it. I had recently bought my first real project car. It was a 1989 Nissan 240SX S13 hatchback with an SR20 blacktop swap in it, and I loved it. I spent a lot of time working on it. I made it one of my goals to get into one of those 2 groups that I was just talking about on Kevin's car. I didn't really have the means of getting there. I didn't understand exactly what stance was, and I didn't have a lot of friends that were super into it either to say, hey, you need to stretch your tires, you need to do this, you need to do that. I was very unguided, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know much about stance, but what I did know is how to work hard and show people that I'm a hard worker. So that's exactly what I did. I figured if I showed I had something more valuable to them than money, that eventually they would, see I have potential outside of it. Sadly, no luck. I tried and I got rejected to that group with that car, and that's okay. A few months later, I started actually putting money into my yellow 350Z, the one that I'm currently still building now, and getting a real proper understanding on what stance is and what I was not doing correctly before, and understanding you have to have wider wheels to run stretch and stuff like that, which I applied again after I got my ESR set up the way I wanted to. It took me a long time to measure everything and figure out how to get everything to fit the way I wanted. I was really excited. It was a lot of hard work, and I was like, this is definitely going to pay off. For whatever reason, I was building it to join a group. I don't know why I was doing it at the time, but like I said, I think everyone just wants to belong to something, so I was excited to show people my progress. I got rejected because I had replica wheels, so is what it is. I kind of moved on, and then I decided I would try one more time because I'd received a Lexus in a trade. It was a Lexus LS400, and it came on work Euroline Type N wheels. They were worth a lot less than my replica wheels, however. They fit worse, they looked worse, they were skinnier, like the specs on them weren't as good. But somehow I got accepted just because of having the name brand. I ended up selling that car probably like 2 or 3 weeks after getting in, and decided I don't really want to be a part of a group that doesn't respect me as a person and they just want a car build in it. I want people to appreciate me and my personality first, and then see how my car is an outer working of those things. My car shouldn't be the more important part. It should be Kellen and then the car. My car is a constant work in progress. It's got a lot of small little hidden surprises to it. It's got a lot of attention to detail. It's what I'm like as a person. So I'm trying to show people that your cars can be a piece of art from you, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm sorry, I went pretty far down that rabbit hole, but my whole general thing there was I've been trying to do the car group thing for a long time, messing around with joining them and stuff like that, and getting invited to a couple. And today I'm going to go over the top 5 really common ones you'll see if you start joining into the car scene. The first type is the one that everyone's seen before, and I don't know exactly how to classify it, but you know it when you see it. It's like a really small group, usually a couple guys, they have like numbers in their name, and they're like Stance Gang or Bag Boys or whatever, and it's like, do you have a car? 4 wheels? you're accepted. I mean, it's nice, I guess. It's very inclusive. I do like that about them. But it is, like, weird that they still charge, you know, $30 for a banner or whatever, and that's like their cover fee to get you into the group, even though it's not even like a name that anyone knows. Usually groups like that just fizzle out or dissolve into bigger groups. But that's the first one. The next is the car crews that host banger meets or whatever, and just show a ton of people doing huge illegal burnouts at their shows. There's usually no way to join these. These are usually like, check out our merchandise store, and they'll have like 3 letters on it and like a weird looking logo or something, and I don't know, I don't get it. Most likely, if you're like small-minded enough to be like, hey, do a burnout, oh my god, I gotta do a burnout, then like you'll fit right in there. If that's really what you want, you will have a place in those groups and stuff. Congratulations. That's not me. I'm all about style and stuff like that, but that's just me. My opinion, Gloria Borger. I just don't quite understand the whole burnout meets and stuff. I mean, it's cool, but like the third type of group doesn't make a lot of sense to me at all. It's the super exclusive guys that got like 2 or 3 people in the group, and that's it. I remember a group back where I used to live, and since the group is like probably dissolved at this point, I don't think they exist anymore. They had a different name for a second, and I don't think they even know who I am or anything like that. So I'll say the name. It was called the Shamrockers, and I remember they had like 2 Ford Focus STs and like an Audi A4, and that was it. And they were just super exclusive. And when they would come to our local meets, the car, they would park like hard park in 4 or 5 spots. Everyone else was parked normally, like backed into one spot, and they would take up like 3 or 4 spots. Then they would get out, talk to each other for a couple minutes, only each other, only the people that came in their cars. They would talk to them in a little group, and then half hour or so, they're out. Like, it's just really bizarre. Like, I don't know what the point of doing the car thing is if you're not even gonna like talk to other people that are into it. Like, why even go to the meet then? Why even build the car? Like, okay, well, you're doing it for yourself. Well, you came to the meet, you wanted to see other cars, you wanted to be around other enthusiasts, but then you stood by yourself. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't really understand groups like that. I've seen more than one though, and that was just an example from my personal life. The fourth is the pay-to-play car groups. And these are more common than you would think, and you don't even realize it. Let's say you've seen their banner on a car at a show or on Instagram or something, and you're like stoked up. You send them a DM, you're like, yo, check out my build, I'm putting time in, like, I just got these new wheels, I'm really doing this, and this, like, I'm excited about how everything's going. And you put your phone away, you're like, man, I can't wait to hear back, and all of a sudden, just like that, your phone vibrates. Oh man, you gotta reply, you're accepted, whoa! And then you keep reading and you're like, wait a second, this message reads kind of weird, and it starts feeling like someone just resurrected something from their notepad with a copy and paste into your direct messages just to look like they were replying to you. And then you keep reading a little further and you're like, oh, this is like, it costs how much to be in this group? There was one group in particular that I do remember. I again don't want to say the name to this group because I think they are still an organization. They charge $75 to join their group. $75. That means every time you saw a car with their banner, that was $75 in the owner's pocket. And sure, yes, they do, I believe, send you a hoodie with their terrible logo plastered onto the front of it, and maybe some JDM window stickers, and if you're lucky, an air freshener, all totaling maybe $10-15, and then congratulations, you're in our group now. Like, where did the other 45 go, man? Like, you're just banking off of people like wanting to be in your group? I don't understand that. A lot of those groups too are like, you can only have our front windshield banner on. Don't have any other stickers on your front window. If you have other stickers, take them off before you put ours on. It's like, yo, okay, like, I'm just gonna do my car how I want. I don't need to pay you $75 to be in your group. But like I said, people long to belong, and some people are willing to do it. It's crazy. The last one, by the way, if you'll notice, that was 5. This is 6. So don't hate on me in the comments for listing this one. The last one is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to make Lowso into. I want to make a community of people having fun doing what they love, and that's it. I want to connect others, like, with those who help me get connected. I want to share like the tools that help me get to where I am right now. I just want to help other people out. It's that simple. Like, I just want to help others. I think that's what everyone wants to do at the end of the day, and we're just like being jerks to each other for no reason. If we were all helping everyone else out, we would be succeeding like so much more than we all are right now. So you want to be in Lowso? Well, congratulations. As far as I'm concerned, your build's already up to my standard. You're already, a part of it if you want to be. It's all about just being a group. I just want to create a community of people that just want to do it for fun. So my PayPal information is KellenPion. I'm kidding. I seriously just want everyone to get along at the end of the day. I just want to make a group of people that like doing what they do. I think a lot of people have thrown the baby out with the bathwater and turned a group into a company. I think a lot of people are starting to see their following as a number or a demographic, when in reality it's their supporters and fans and friends, most of them. People genuinely wanting to spend time talking to them and stuff, and they just treat them like another number in their following count. It's just, you wouldn't be where you are without the people following you. Like, there's so many of these groups that are sad boy or whatever, and like make it a thing to make fun of their fans' cars and stuff like that. That's foul, man. Like if you, I've gotten some cars in my DMs that admittedly I'm like, it's probably not how I would have done it, but it's like, hey, that's cool. You know what? You had a vision, you thought it was cool, and you did it. That's cool. I respect that. If you're like really seriously just doing it to have fun, then you really shouldn't care what anyone else is saying about you. So that's about it for today. I'm sorry if I was a little bit all over the place. This was kind of, I had this idea in the shower last night and I was like, hey, that'll be a cool video idea. No, we don't have any merchandise for sale. No, this is not some cold call to go subscribe to my Patreon or something like that. This is just hopefully breaking the ice into a topic that should have been discussed a long time ago and just hasn't been. If you have the time, leave a like on this video and drop a comment down below about your experience in the car community, if you've had a bad one or if you've had a really good one. And if you want to be a part of the car scene coming back to the golden era, drop a subscribe down below and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace!